book form.
Right.
You know. We did that book on the Kickstarter campaign, which people are really patiently waiting for.
Right.
That's this is not going to be in that book because this is not part of that first 10.
One of the newer ones.
So, but what we're doing now from now on, we're always printing a group of them with the wide, so that when we've built up another 10, we'll be able to make a book straight away with that.
Nice. People are hearing secret things.
It's not secret, it's whatever's open. So,
Yeah.
But I'm so happy. This one is just so rich and so layered so well. Yamamoto-san did such a good job,
That's great. It is a beautiful picture.
There's also the stuff that's sort of semi-secret but not secret. I talked a little bit in the chat earlier about this. Yamamoto-san, the boy who's working, he did this print. It's not his name that's going on here right now. I'm embossing Kubota-san's name because Kubota-san is the master of the workshop there. But Yamamoto-san was telling me last night, Kubota-san, he's older now. He's in his late 70s. He's certainly going to retire at some point this year or next year, actually. Wow. And Yamamoto-san started to think about his future.
Yeah.
And I mean, you know what I would have said about that when I heard this conversation last night. He wasn't sitting here asking me for a job, but he was letting me know that that's the way that workshop is probably going to go, So me and I was sitting here, and Nakamura-san and Kawai-san were sitting here together with me, and we just let him know, all three of us, we said, when you're ready, come home. There's a space upstairs for you, and whatever. We are ready for you.
Yeah.
And we'll hire you on whatever terms you want. I don't mean demanding money. I mean, whether he wants to be a salaried employee, we'll go for it. If he wants to work at home and do jobs on a one-by-one basis, we'll do that as well. Yeah. If he wants to come here and work on a piecework basis instead of salary, we're good for that. So whatever.
You want to work with him?
Yeah, whichever you want to work with it, whichever way you want to work with us.
A couple of questions about this. Is it a printer? Yes, Yamamoto-san is a printer. Yeah. And how old is he? Do you know?
That's a good question. He's somewhere between 28 and 35, somewhere on there. So he's around 30. Yeah. So. And he learned, he cut his teeth over in the Adachi workshop.
Okay.
And then something didn't work out there. Yeah. I really honestly don't know the backstory. I'm not being coy. I don't know the backstory. He left there either, whichever way. I don't know what happened.
Yeah. But he makes good work.
He's very competent as long as he has good direction. And this is not anything negative to say about him. Because he hasn't got so much experience, when I threw that set of blocks at him last time, he just took the set of blocks and just printed them without too much thought, and it wasn't any good. A bit more experience would tell him, that's probably not going to be what we want here. Right. But he just went through it blindly because he was just simply doing what he was told.
Right.
So that's a question of experience. Now that we talked about what we want more, we want this gray different from this gray. He could come through because he's got the technique to do this, but he didn't have the experience to handle the confusion in the job. And that's fine. There's no way you can buy that. You can't,
Just
it's just simply put in the years. Yes, exactly. Yeah. But now that we explained clearly what we want, this is done so well and so nice. Just it's one of the best Ukiyo Heroes prints we ever made, And the game itself, it's a little bit of a cult game. It's not globally famous.
Right.
But people that love it.
Oh, yeah. And someone's asking, is it based on Shadow of the Colossus?
Yes, of course.
That's the one.
Of course.
That's the one. That is.
And it is a beautiful print, It doesn't show. I've got this bright light going. I'm going to scan it later this morning. We'll get it up on the website.
Great.
And Kickstarter people are desperate for an update.
Yep. It's coming.
So, I mean, we did the good campaign and we're doing all these prints, but Kickstarter, we haven't done any physical updates. So everybody's like, oh my God, is this one of these collapsed Kickstarter campaigns, whatever? And no, we're up and running, but
it's coming,
I haven't been telling anybody. So,
Let's see. Funny to think, I just randomly stumbled on one of Dave's videos while deep on YouTube, and now Dave is my favorite YouTube and Twitch channel. So there you go. That's great. Thanks. We're glad to have more people watching. And okay. Were there any email questions? Should I take a look?
I did two about 15 minutes ago. There may be more. I didn't hear the sound.
I haven't either, but I wasn't sure if you missed some before. Nope, looks like we're all.
I wasn't able to really satisfactorily answer either of them. So. Actually, while I think about it, while we've got a bunch of experts on various internet information here. I set up the new mail program over the weekend, and I'm still stuck on two things we talked about before. Anybody here knows anything about IMAP mail settings? We're switching from a POP system where we've downloaded all the mail to our own servers. We're switching to an IMAP system, of course, because there's many people working here now. When it was just Dave, all the mail came to Dave's computer. But now that there's multiple people working here, IMAP makes more sense, of course. I access it, Cameron accesses it, everybody accesses it. But there's two big catches. We can't figure out a way how to make nested folders on the IMAP server. And every different piece of software we've tried, it doesn't seem to be possible. And the second catch is we don't seem to be able to find a way to remove attachments from IMAP mails. And this is a no-brainer. Both of these things must be possible. Are we using the wrong software? Does anybody have any experience with running mail servers? Can you make nested folders in an IMAP system? And can you delete attachments? You can download attachments, we know, but I want to delete them so they don't clog up the server. Any advice would be...
Any thoughts?
Yeah.
The chat is silent.
Chat is silent. I stunned them into silence. You know, Dave, get back to the printmaking.
Yeah.
This is not a good computer. You know, it's red. You know.
Yeah. Are you using Postfix mail server? What system are you using?
We're over at a place called Pair Networks, which is a shared virtual hosting system. And it's been excellent. It's been more than 20 years I've been using it. It's been fabulous. They're always with the top level of, you know, they upgrade to the top level of technologies of Apaches and PHPs and whatever. You know. And I don't know what the name of the email.
Yeah,
I don't know, as far as... No, I mean, that's...
Yeah, the UI.
Yeah, the UI. That's the round cube or whatever,
server,
squirrel mail or whatever. In fact, I set up this morning. I accessed the Apple Mail program. I went back to the same server. So the client we used to access it, we've tried Apple Mail, Round Cube, Squirrel Mail. We've tried a whole bunch of different things. And they all have the same thing. They will not allow us to set up nested folders. So it seems to be an inherent thing in IMAP systems. It seems to be. Or at least it's the IMAP system as it's implemented on our host.
Right.
Now, if that means we have to abandon them and go somewhere else, then we have to think about that, of course.
I thought for the most part, the emails, we figured out that, they could stand alone, but are there a few you think we really, really need to have as subfolders nested?
I'm thinking about the future.
Yeah.
I mean,
It gets more and more complex.
So, I mean, how much stuff can you put in any given folder? We'd like to keep mail. We're a business.
Yeah.
In my own system, I've just put it into subfolders each year. I have a 2017 subfolder, a 2016 subfolder. So I clear each year, I archive it and start with a fresh bunch of empty boxes.
Right.
But the mail is always there. I can search it, read it, index it. But if we don't have indexing, it's okay today, but 10 years from now, those boxes are going to be kind of like a little bit full. You know?
Yeah, kind of a little bit, yeah. Yes, I think so. Okay. Those mail clients are pretty limited. I would use Exchange instead of IMAP if your host allows it. I don't know anything about Exchange, do you?
As in Microsoft, the show?
Is that Microsoft Exchange? Help us out. So it might be a good thing to post up on the Mokuhankan Facebook page. But which thing are we talking about? The new print here, or the question about mail servers?
That's been happening in a few minutes, absolutely. So.
Which thing? Yeah. Is this Jed? No, I'm not Jed. I'm sorry. I'm Cameron.
Just pretend you are. Just lie.
Okay.
Whatever.
I'm Jed.
Make people happy. Tell them what they want to hear.
Oh no, but I don't think I can answer questions the way you can. Two people got the printmaking bot to answer already about who I am.
It's okay, Cameron. I see. It's okay. Jed was on the stream yesterday.
Oh, really?
Just for a couple minutes. Yeah.
Saying hi.
I'm still waiting for my mother to show up there. She's trying to figure out how to get in. You know?
Right. I remember didn't she come on once, or did she just say...
No, not on here.
Okay, not in the chat.
She's probably listening right now, but
Yeah. So she watches, but hasn't been able to chat yet.
Yeah, and she says she can't even see the chat stream, the part where people are typing. Are you logged in? She says yes. She says she's logged in. You know, I gave her a login and a password.
Yeah.
But if you're not logged in, you don't see chat streams. You just see the video. So it sounds like she's not logged in. Okay. And I think what's happened, Mom, if you're listening, I think what's happened is you tried to log in, put your username, password, but then there's a CAPTCHA. You know, and she's not getting through the CAPTCHA.
Check the box.
Yeah, check the box or whatever. So.
Okay. I'm suggesting we could keep the same web hosting, but move mail over to something called Proton Mail. And he sent a link, so I'm not familiar with that, but maybe we can look into that one. We might be able to help.
But we, of course, want to keep our own domain, you know.
But maybe they'll hold all the mail for us? Sure. We'll look into that one. Proton Mail. Then...
The thing I have to be a little careful of if it's some small company running things, are they going to be here today and gone tomorrow? We have to be careful about thinking about that kind of thing. So whatever solution I want to find has to be a pretty
stable one.
Whatever, I mean, there's no guarantees in this world, you know, but I've been bit so many times about using some framework for JavaScript or something, or starting something, building everything on top of a framework, and then it disappears. And mail is really critical, so let's have a look at that, but let's keep that in mind.
When you make a folder, can you just make it with the structure folder name / subfolder name? So name it as, or include the slash in the name of the folder when we make it. Maybe that'll force it to do it.
Let's try it and see.
We can take a look. Thanks, River Dan, for the suggestion, and he sent a link with a guide that might help us out, so we'll take a look there too. Cool. Yeah, these are looking so nice.
Yeah, they're good. This is a beautiful pen. It's been a long time coming, but it's good.
Yep. This is the one they show in the documentary.
Yeah, exactly. So, documentary update. You know, somebody came in yesterday. They're on Delta, and it still seems to be in the Delta system.
Wow.
So we'd been told that it was October, November.
Yeah.
But it's in there still. It seems. So either it's been extended for a month, or due to I know.
Unprecedented demand.
Unprecedented demand. So it's now still in Delta seatback systems. Until when, I don't know.
Yeah.
Netflix, it's still just in Japan as far as we know. America, it comes up on Hulu starting December the 30th.
Oh, wow.
On Hulu. But I don't know for how long.
Yeah.
I suppose the usual is a month, whatever. It may be a month, it may be 2 months, it may be, again, as long as people keep clicking it, it keeps coming up. So any Hulu users can see our documentary from December the 30th. And that was listed as just America, but I think Hulu is just America, isn't it? I don't really know.
I'm not too sure either. But check out Hulu or take a flight on Delta over to Japan. Drop in the shop and watch the documentary on your way.
Or try some VPN with your Netflix to see if you can fool it to make it think you're in Japan.
Yeah. I think Netflix has done a lot to try to prevent that lately, but who knows? Okay. US Netflix would be super. Yes, we agree. It would be nice.
Yes, so that's his last, that's his last stand. He really, last I talked to him, he was still trying to get theatrical release in America, which is not going to happen, but it's his own baby, so he thinks it's, wonderful. Yeah. But seen from an outsider's point of view, it's just not interesting. There's no way it's going to show in theaters. Now showing at a theater near you, Ukiwa Heroes, coming to watch paint dry for 90 minutes. No way,
A lot of people are watching it, just maybe not in theaters, I think.
Yeah, it's a limited interest thing. Yeah. It's fine, So.
Yeah. I don't think you hear too much about documentaries being put in theaters. They're often
Or like
shown on television or other, small art
little
theaters.
Yeah. Put this on.
Yeah. Dave is what we call an expert marketer. Come watch paint dry for 90 minutes.
Well, that movie I put, it's not garbage.
That's garbage.
What do you think about your stuff, Mr. Bull? Well, it's not garbage.
How convincing.
How convincing. But it works.
Yeah.
It works. I'm going to get in trouble. These are all balanced. Look at this. Shit, I'm going to be in trouble dropping prints. And we still got more to do on some of these. These are the packages of 10, the 10 prints for the book.
Oh, nice.
And some of them are already done, and some of them are waiting for me to do on this board here today. Not very well prepared here today. Here we are. This group needs to go. These are what we're talking about. These are the wide prints, for making into the book. The group, they're 10 of each, all ready for binding now. But the names have to go in. What's the expression before the quality goes in? What's the expression?
I don't think I know.
Yeah. Something about some winery or something.
Oh.
The quality goes in before the name goes on. Something. Watch, I should check the size where it's going here. Where's it going to go? These are all different sizes. The paper came out different size for each of these. Check this carefully.
Oh, we just dropped a lot of frames. It says 2%. It's dropping frames like mad.
What's the Wi-Fi shelf?
Looks full, and we're still on this one right
Okay,
here.
go kill Safari.
Okay. Just quit it entirely?
Yeah, just quit it. Just drop it. Just
Okay. Yep, drop frame stopped. That must have been it. Okay. There's a slideshow. Is it looking a little better? Smoother?
So somebody was gone now. They came back and all of a sudden the print design just changed.
I feel like I'm seeing 2%. Oh no. Not good.
Yeah, we
Not
gotta get
connected to anything.
we
so-
got to get the Wi-Fi sorted out.
Yeah. It's normal again. Okay. We're back to normal. Sorry about that. Don't know what did it. We close things. Okay. We're good again. Yep. Lots of stream issues today. And to be honest, with all the garbage that exists these days, it's not garbage seems like a perfectly valid marketing strategy. I don't know. Okay. Looks like so did Yamamoto-san do these ones as well?
No, this is Kubota-san. So
Oh, okay.
Kubota-san did these, and it's Kubota-san's name. So
Right.
this is there's no playing around with this one. I'm so happy with these. My God, this is such good work.
Yeah.
And now we're up to this is our single most. It's the single best-selling print we've ever made.
Oh.
And the numbering we're up to now. This one is 1172. And we're past that now. We're up to 1,200, over 1,200 copies. And the blocks are in just such beautiful condition. The hairlines are sharp. The calligraphy's sharp. There's just you couldn't tell the difference between number 1 and number 1,200.
Wow.
It's because we're really demanding they use super fine pigment for the key blocks. It's our secret sauce, as it were. Other workshops just don't care.
Yeah. But
My God, it's so important. So important.
The grittier pigment.
Yeah, just grind away at the key block. Absolutely. So you've got to have absolutely perfectly fine ground pigment. And in the old days, the workshops, whatever the boys would do there, grind. Now they don't. They throw the sumi stick and grind a little bit and bang, away they go. Yeah. And it's just, you can feel it grit in your fingers, you know.
It's almost sandy.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, like. So what we do is we use calligraphy ink. And all the other printers in town, when I told them about this, they say, what? That's no good. It's too light. It's too weak, you know. Too weak. It really is. It makes nice, good, strong black.
Yeah.
And it's so liquid. It's made in these, like, some giant machines that grind for 100 hours or something or whatever. I don't even know. Whatever comes out micron fineness.
Yeah.
It's just like water. If you close your eyes and feel it, it just feels like water.
Wow.
And there's no damage to the block whatsoever.
Is that just the key block you're talking about?
Yeah, the key block. No, the key block. I mean, if we could find, you know...
Fine.
Yeah. So. Well, we do that. But Suga-san did that yesterday. She sat there. Oh, you saw it.
Yesterday.
Friday. So
yep.
She spent the whole day on one little bowl of red pigment. The whole day, literally, with no exaggeration, grinding. And she's so cheerful about it. I'm so happy. Anybody else would just run away like, what's this slavery, you know?
Yeah. But she seemed to be having fun with it.
She did. And she sat in the coldest room there. I told her, go in the warm room. You know, she says, oh no, it would disturb the other people. And I'm like, oh!
You're helping the other people by making more pigment. Oh, man.
She's such a nice girl. I'm so glad we got her. So glad. Is it that time already? What?
9:24.
No way!
But they said because of all the stream problems, we should probably extend a few minutes.
I'm okay. I can't keep. I've got to get this done anyway. It's got to be done, so I'm just going to keep going.
Okay.
The shop is. I think there's no party at 10, so I'm not.
Not in a rush.
I'm not in a rush here. Kawai-san. It's me and Kawai-san today. Monday, maybe Doi-san will be here too.
Here we go. Question: will the book have text to accompany the print?
Yes. It's not a text in the sense of a story. Each print is going to have a page for each print. With the things like translation of the calligraphy, introduction when it was made, carving, printing, and then